Hello and welcome to another edition of the Alternative Sports Show. My name is Andre Dixon, still stuck in the bunker, but I have a special guest here, Sophia Dunkley from the Southern Brave, from the 100. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Now, people won't know this, but this is like take 1,400 that Sophia's had to kind of sit through. But how have you been? You've been quite busy, as obviously promoting the 100 and obviously playing professional cricket. So how have you been?
Yeah, I've been good, thank you. I've been good. Yeah, it's been pretty busy last 8 weeks. Just a lot of training. And yeah, down here Twickenham today to do a bit of content for the 100, and we've got our first game in the 50 over competition this weekend. So yeah, just looking forward to that and preparing for that really because we want to win. So
Yes. So we was obviously speaking just before we start recording, and then I did a little recce on you, and you are born and raised near the same area as me. Well, pretty much the same area as me in Brixton in Lambeth. That makes us some type of family, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose we've got that in common. Yeah, I think I lived there for a few years when I was born. Yeah, so yeah, and I play for Surrey now, so maybe it was fate.
So I mean, normally, obviously, other sports like football, athletics, so forth, have got a stranglehold, especially when as you're growing up, getting into sports. How did you get into cricket in general?
So yeah, I lived next door to like one of my friends when I was young, or I made friends when I lived next door to him, called Zach, and we used to play in like a little cul-de-sac where we lived, and just like play like in the streets really, and like with a tennis ball. Used to get in trouble a lot, like hitting people's windows back to them, but what can you do? And in the back garden and stuff, and then I just joined a boys club with him really. So yeah, just kind of back garden cricket that got me into it.
This is why I know we're family, because I used to play cricket as well a lot. And we used to use the lamppost as the as a wicket.
That's a good tactic. That's a good tactic.
Well, it is until you break either a car window or someone's window, and then you just see just how fast you can actually run. Which
Yeah.
which I'm surprised I'm not playing professionally with the amount that I had to dodge the neighbor running after me. So forth.
Yeah.
So who's your influence? Like, growing up, have you got sporting influences, or is it family that really got a stranglehold with you in the game?
I think when I was growing up, I didn't really know as much about cricket when I first started. It took me a while to kind of get into it and understand what's going on. My mum did a lot of, driving to and from training, finding out about coaches and different things like that. So she definitely had a massive influence on me. And then when I got into it a bit more and I was a bit more knowledgeable, I played with a player called Beth Morgan at Middlesex, who played for England. And yeah, she's a legend. And yeah, I always look up to her and was lucky enough to play with her towards the end my time at Middlesex. So yeah.
Now, honestly, for me, the fact that anyone who gets to a level where they actually get to represent their country is so amazing. What is that like?
Yeah, it's pretty special experience. I think when I made my debut, it was really overwhelming, and it was nice to just step out and play for your country with a big crowd and lots of noise and stuff. And yeah, I think it's hard to just put it into words and until you experience it. But yeah, it's very, very special.
So it's obviously for you actually getting into cricket, and you're now actually it must be crazy to you to be a role model to so many people, especially from areas that we're from. What's that like, and what would your suggestions be for anyone who wants to get into, especially young women who are looking to get into professional cricket? What would your advice be to them?
I think now is such an exciting time, especially in the women's game, and hope there's lots more opportunities for young girls and boys to get involved. And yeah, I can just go to your local club and enjoy, because there's a lot of people around cricket. You make a lot of friendships. It's a really fun game to be part of, and now young girls looking up to it can aspire to play cricket professionally and as a job, which is not something you could do 5 or 10 years ago. So yeah, it's very exciting.
So tell us how you got involved with the 100.
So how I got involved in the 100, the kind of process of it is you kind of get the coaches kind of speak to you from different teams in a certain window, and then you kind of speak to coaches and see where you best fit. Yeah, so I found myself at the Southern Brave, which I'm really excited about, and yeah, can't wait to play. I've not played for a team in Southampton before or down south, so that'll be a new experience to me and playing with some different people. But yeah, I'm excited, looking forward to it. I'm normally at a London team,
Yeah.
and Manchester once before, but yeah, Southampton and down south will be something different, which I'm excited for.
So, obviously in this competition, the men's and women's team both playing the same day, same venue with the equal prize money. Obviously this is a great way, I hope you agree, to elevate women's cricket through this, obviously, this showcase. So, I mean, to me, like, well, you could tell me, like, what does this mean to you for regards to getting this spotlight on women's cricket?
Yeah, I think it's amazing opportunities, the 100 this year, and going forward, I think it shows that the women's game should be played professionally, and I think it gives a great platform and a great stage to show the world what we can do. I think getting it on the BBC, on Sky, and getting people to watch it is such a big step forward, and shows how far cricket is coming for women in the UK, and hopefully it can show everyone what we can do.
Now, notoriously, I've never been into cricket as a sport, and I've actually through this really opened my eyes, and now I'm going to make this a sport that off season now. From football, thank God, because I'm a Liverpool supporter and it's been the most horrific season ever. So I'm glad to be able to embrace a new sport. So tell us about, like, if you had to sell the sport of cricket, to people who are just looking at it for the first time, what would you say is the main attraction for you?
Well, I love batting and I love trying to hit the ball really hard. So that's what I like about cricket. But yeah, I just think it can be such an exciting game. I think there's so many different formats of cricket, but especially the 100. There's going to be a lot of kind of fireworks, a lot of sixes, a lot of, there's going to be DJs at the ground, a lot of music. I think it'll be a good event and something really fun that you want to come and enjoy. And I think even if you don't know much about cricket, it's a great way to learn the rules and get into it. And yeah, we're playing at some big grounds this year as well, which is a great experience. A lot of test grounds and famous grounds. So I'm sure it'll be a great day out for everyone.
Brilliant. Yeah, but we've been trying to get Vernon Kay into cricket, who notoriously is not interested in cricket. So now him and I now will be supporting you, amongst others. So for they sent me this money. No, I don't hold me.
Or not.
I was thinking you're going to get me for this because I literally halfway through my sentence I looked over my shoulder. I was like, oh God. No. Please, 100. Send me Southern Brave. This is quite awkward. So I'm going to move on to the fun questions now about you as a person. Obviously, stuff that we don't normally get to speak about. So we have this section called recommendations, where we get people to be able to tell us about like shows, podcasts, or any series that we should be watching. What got you through the last year? What would you be suggesting for me to be able to watch, show wise, or Netflix or so forth?
Well, definitely in lockdown I was watching Money Heist, which is great. Don't know if you've seen that, but
no,
about a big bank robbery. It's set in Spain and it is Spanish, so you have to have a bit of dubbing, but it's so good. I'd definitely recommend that. That was great.
I'm sorry. I'm definitely gonna. I recently got into the Line of Duty as well. So we were speaking with Susie Perry about that one, and I said it's the closest thing I've got to me being hooked on the bill. So so for such a long time ago. But let's go into music now. What is an artist or band or just basically an album that you'd suggest for us to be able to listen to?
I love the new Justin Bieber album. I love Justin Bieber, and the new Justin Bieber album is so great. I don't even think there's not one song that I wouldn't listen to or I'd skip. I think I can't remember all the names, but yeah, I just love Justin Bieber. So yeah.
Well, this is the new album, or are you talking about in general?
No, I love him all together, but the new album is really good.
I never would have thought that, honestly.
No, honestly. Have you listened to it? You need to listen to it.
That'll be that's definitely on my list. I have to make up to you. I'll make it up to you after that debacle. And just lastly, so tell people where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Sophia Dunkley and on Twitter at Dunkley Sophia.
And we have to be sending some supporters your way, definitely.
Yeah, definitely in the background.
Sophia, honestly, it's been amazing to meet you, and honestly, you're such an inspiration to many young people, of our readers and viewers. So thank you so much for spending some time with us, and check out Sophia on the 100 this weekend, in action, and hopefully with a win, unless it's against my London Spirit.
No.
Thanks again, Sophia.
Thank you so much.